Yo! Welcome back to another movie review. Today we're actually doing a movie review on Ride Your Wave. Before we get into it though, first things first, really appreciate your support so far. Number two, we're actually going to ask you for your help for the next anime film. Now we're going to be doing many different reviews, and after a few films we're going to choose another anime film. We want you to be able to choose that. This was actually our first anime based film that we've seen together. So we want you to choose the next one. So we have four of them. We're going to eventually get through all four, but we want you to choose the first one out of the four. So we're actually going to give you the list. Yeah. She's going to give it to you, and then comment down below what you think you should.
Because we've been very deprived, so we have a lot to work with. But these are the most popular ones that we've kind of heard of. So we have like Tototro. I guess it's My Neighbor, something like that. Castle in the Sky, Ponyo, and Spirited Away.
And all four will be placed here.
Yeah.
But so
yeah. In the comments below, just comment which one you recommend that we should watch next. If you want to, you can even put, list them 1 through 5. Four. I can't count today. So just list them out, and that's what we're going to work with. So you guys get to choose what our next anime film is that we're going to review.
Right. So we ended up choosing this one because we watched it on Valentine's Day. And it was
bad decision of a movie.
It was alright. It was cool. I had its moments, to be honest. It was decent. I gave it, I believe, about 6.7-ish. Like in between 6.5 to 7. Like it was between there.
Yeah, I gave it about a 6 out of 10. I say bad decision because what comes off as lovey, it got real sad real quick. It's like an extended intro of Up. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? How they get you all hyped up, and then they just let you down real quick. So in general, the plot of the whole film is based around this girl and this guy. He's a firefighter in training, and she's surfing. And she's going to school by the ocean.
But she hasn't gone to school yet. She's in a summer vacation. Like she hasn't started school.
She's starting school. She's
about to.
Yes. And so it's just showing how they fall in love, and then an accident happens. We'll let you watch that if you choose to watch it. And he ends up dying. But she's then seen his soul in the water. So it's going through that because no one else can see him, and just how she grieves, and eventually just how their love kind of unfolds after he's passed away. So that's in general what it's about. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
it was an interesting take on it. Yeah. And obviously we'll probably be putting Soul up first because we did a review on Soul. It's in a similar stance of he's kind of in the... we watched a lot of Supernatural, so I guess the term would be purgatory. Or right in the middle. Not purgatory. He was a ghost. He's in the middle.
He's in the in-between.
The in-between. So he's like he's in the water, his soul.
Yeah. And
only she can see it. So she communicates through him like that. But then from other people's perspective, she seems a little crazy. Because she's talking to a water bottle. Or whatever the case might be. Yeah. Having a date with the water bottle.
It's got its good humor. Some of it was a little... in my opinion, a little cringy, but it was cute. It was good. Graphics were beautiful. The drawings. I think that was probably my...
They did a good job drawing the waves.
Oh, yeah.
The
illustrations are beautiful. It was good.
It was good.
It was good. Just... it was good. We're just going to say it for the next 5 minutes.
No, it was good. I think the issue we had was we were maybe expecting a little bit different, but that's on us, I think, when it comes to expectations. Yeah. And I guess the other thing was there was some cringiness at times when it came to like the type of jokes and the type of...
the lovey-dovey stuff, I think, sometimes. But I think that's
who
us
we are.
too.
That's who we are.
I don't normally pick something that's so...
lovey-dovey.
So for me,
those crazy love films where they just say the most cheesiest stuff, that's just not who we are as people. So if you watch it, you might like it a lot more than we do, but generally That's just
was.
how we kind of look
Yeah.
at it. But
And
it
I
was still
just,
good.
yeah, and the general plot was good. Just I think there were some things that personally I feel could have been better thought out, and I think some of the characters were a little
Luck, lacking.
some of them flat, some of them their behaviors didn't make too much sense, like being overly angry. I don't know.
Overly angry.
His sister.
Well, yeah.
Like his sister was a character that just kind of
Was there
off to me. But that's just my opinion.
The other thing that kind of I was confused on was two buddies. One of them's the one that dated her. The other one was in love with her, but he was still good friends with him. So when he died, his friend attempted, and it was
So quickly.
awkward. It's fine, I guess. It's just it was a little awkward the way they did it, and it was awkward with the sister and the whole cast. Was the only people that were that flowed well together was literally the two main characters. Besides that, everything else seemed kind of just placed.
Yeah.
It didn't feel free. There was no really free flowing of communication when it came to the film. Like, if they were actual actors that were playing this role, like live action, it felt like there was only really chemistry between the boyfriend girlfriend. Besides that, there was really no other chemistry between the rest of them. That's how it felt like generally.
And didn't to me, it felt like they were like, oh, he died. Time to move on. And I'm like, dang.
And to be honest, in a lot of other, like, I've watched anime for many years. She really got into it just for a few years ago, when we started dating and everything. And out of a lot of anime that I've seen, when you do watch it, you tend to find a lot of chemistry between characters. Like I said, in this one, it just felt like she was just saying, it's time to move on. It's like, your parents hasn't moved on, but you're saying that? I understand she's Miss Tough Tough, but at the same time,
it's like her friends were like, everything reminds you of him, doesn't it? Well, you gotta move it along. And I'm like, dang, y'all, people grieve at different times, but
yeah.
cool.
But it did get to it. I get it too with the friend's perspective when it got to the point where it was like, you're talking to a water bottle. Oh, the other thing was, so at the end something happens, and they don't, and you'll see if you do watch it, something happens, and the one thing that irritated me was, no, not that. Wait. So there's two things. One of them was something ends up happening, and the sister and his best friend does not acknowledge it to her. And you will see what I'm talking about. They don't acknowledge it at all. So after you come back and watch it, you can comment down below again also if you kind of catch what I'm talking about. They didn't acknowledge her and everything. It's towards the end. Right before, there's another messed up scene that you and I laughed about, saying
That's
hella
what it
messed
was.
up.
The ending, I feel like they chose a really weird way to end this film. In general, I feel the ending was poorly done.
It was.
I feel like it should have had, it felt like it was going for this uplifting ending, and then it drops. And I felt like it just was so out
It's
of
not really a
place.
spoiler. I'm just going to tell him. It's not really a spoiler.
It's
So, at the end, the last, 2 minutes, ish, 3 minutes, something like that. It like she said, it kind of feels upflowing and everything. What happens is that a couple is going to go do the thing that they actually did during their date, which is they go to the this tall building, which all the way to the top of the building, you can kind of see the whole city. And they do this whole Valentine thing or a Christmas thing where you can write write your names and say, oh, we love each other forever, and you can send messages, and they'll have a lock, and there's a whole thing that you could do. It's kind of a lover's thing going on. Well, he paid for a message for her for the next year, even though he's dead, and said,
I'll be there for you
forever and ever,
so
and I love you. And she broke
down. And I said, why they end it like that?
It
was heartbreaking.
So
but
to
we
be honest,
just cracked
no,
up.
to be honest, she was in shock, and I just said, "I'm sorry for the cussing. That's hella up."
How are you doing that with your mouth?
I said that, and she started busting out laughing because she was so in shock that they did that.
Finally, because the way the movie did it was that they're like, she's moving on. Good job. You know, you gotta let him go. Let him be. You know.
And she accepted that. She's like, "You're right.
Oh, I'm getting stronger. I feel better. I'm moving on with my life." And it's like, "I love you, babe. I'll take care of you forever and ever." And so she just butts off and not butts off,
breaks down crying.
Breaks down with the most heartbreaking cry. She does a good job. The person voicing her.
And then 2 seconds.
I'm like, oh.
And then 2 seconds later, 2 seconds later, she's out surfing and she's looking up in her life, and it's like, it was that scene was fine, but they should have. It was out of place. They should have placed it when she was depressed, maybe. They should have maybe fixed the timeline a little bit and fixed it when she was still going through a depressing state, or in the state of maybe when she was trying to regather herself the first time. Because she tried to regather herself 3 times?
Yeah.
The first or second time they did that to her, but not right at the end when she's like this, "I'm a proud woman who I can do this." Then out of nowhere,
I guess it's a good life message that grief can strike again anytime you least expect
it. I get it. But because it's supposed to be this quote-unquote love romantic film, it would have been nice to know, hey, she got this. But then it's like she's
going to be all right.
It was just messed up. Look, either way it could have worked. The way it was fine. It was just still messed up.
It was.
It was still kind of messed up. It was like, damn.
It was out of nowhere.
It was. She was like, "I'm good." And then
go have fun. I'll see you guys later.
And then she got slapped in the face, and she just that I'm not gonna lie, that broke my heart a little bit when I saw. I was just like, I was like, what? No, that kind of took my breath away a little bit. The film.
They got you.
It got me a little bit. It got me because I was just like, damn, director. Whoever put this together, dang. Gosh. You did not need to do that to that girl. She's hurting.
Yeah. Overall,
it was cool. You should at least give it a shot, maybe. It probably won't be as good as the other films that we're going to be watching, but it's a watch if you want to watch it with you and your girl. Or maybe by yourself. Either or.
Cry by yourself.
If you want to cry, you go ahead. But it's a movie that you should maybe just give it a shot. But besides that, if you're feeling like a romance type of thing, but I know there's other romantic films that anime has done that's obviously better. But it's something that's
put on in the background and just enjoy.
At least say, hey, I watched it.
Tell us what you think of the ending.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It was alright. But yeah, we do appreciate our show, appreciate y'all listening, and we will talk to y'all soon. Peace!